Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Restorative Sanctuary. I was just saying I haven't taught this class for many months, so it's really nice to be back in this space of R&R for you and for me. and It's really interesting because I've been teaching this class for years and years. I couldn't even remember when I started teaching it, way before the pandemic, in person. And I have always read from Pixie Lighthorse's books, Prayers of Honoring. And so I was looking around for the books tonight, and I stumbled upon Young Pueblo's newer book, which is called Clarity and Connection. And I literally just opened it and read something else like, I think we're reading Clarity and Connection tonight. So it's a little twist. I think it's going to be really nice in a different kind of way. I'm always open to feedback. So those of you who have taken this class with me many times can write and say, I like the other book better, or this one was great too, or whatever it is. So yeah, cue up your playlist and make sure you're warming up and have all the things you need. And we're gonna get started now. So we're gonna start seated. And just sitting up nice and tall, letting your hands relax, letting your shoulders relax. And when you feel ready, you can close your eyes. And we'll take a nice long inhale through the nose, exhaling out through your mouth. Nice and slow. So we're going to start going deeper and longer through the breath. Inhaling slowly. And exhaling. Inhaling. Let the breath sweep through your body. And exhaling. One more deep inhale. And exhale. And we'll bring the palms to press and give them a nice strong rub. Let's clear out all that came before us during the day, the days, the weeks, the months, all that came before us, the years, creating a new path here. We'll press the palms strongly, thumbs to your heart. Let the elbows and the shoulders relax. Feel your seat heavy, feel the backs of your thighs heavy, and then start to rise up from your pelvic floor, from your root chakra, from your womb, your belly, your solar plexus, your ribs, your heart rising, shoulder blades melting down, back. I'm going to clean and clear our spaces. So calling in our angels. Angels of the light, please clean, clear, and cleanse our ritual spaces and our physical and energetic bodies. Please remove all low vibrations, negative thinking, blocks, old patterns that are no longer ours. Please clear all the heaviness, the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the fear. Clear it away from us mentally, physically, emotionally, and create space for the highest vibration of love, of healing, of peace, of trust. Taking a long breath in and exhaling out through the mouth. If you'd like, bringing one hand to the belly, one hand to your heart. Feel the warmth through your palms. Feel the energy of love and blessing pouring into your body. Imagine your hands full of light, just washing over and into your body. And if there's a blessing that comes to you that you would like to send through your vibration, please do. It can be very simple, like, I love you, you're safe, all is well, anything that feels right to you. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Open up yourself to receive tonight. You deserve it. And then we're going to bring the palms to press. We're going to reach the fingertips slowly up to the sky on the inhale. So we're stretching through the waist, reaching up. On the exhale, the arms are coming down, palms facing down, sweeping through your auric field, and then coming back to your heart. And continue this. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Imagine that shimmering light still emanating out of your hands, circling into your energetic field, but also beyond your mat, beyond your walls, beyond your home. Let that light expand and spill off of you like you're projecting it, like you are a magical witch projecting it out into our communities beyond Philadelphia. We are healing all those that need it. We are sending our love, our peace, our healing energy as we also draw it into our center, breathing fully and letting the hands come down to your thighs. So if you did not bring anything to burn to do a smoke wash this evening, you can just relax here and breathe however you like, hands on your body, hands on your lap. If you brought something to burn, you can light it up. And then whenever you're ready, mine's taking a little bit longer to get going. Whenever you're ready, you can start tracing your body. And as we do this, I always like to invite in our ancestors. If there are ancestors that you connect with that you would like to call in, please draw them in to your ritual. And if there's no one in particular, we can give thanks and gratitude for all those that came before us, all those that have showed the way, that are the reason we are here in this moment, and have also passed on these beautiful ritual tools that we can integrate and use as medicine in the modern world where we need it so badly. And then when you feel complete, you can place that down. And if you brought an essential oil, you can go ahead and move on to that. Place a couple drops in your palm. And if you didn't bring anything, just let yourself relax and breathe and start to peel off the layers of your busy day just by getting quiet with yourself. And if you did bring an oil, you can start to breathe it in. And we can all bring our gratitude to Mother Earth, the plants, the herbs, the trees, the flowers, the roots, the soil, the forests, the waterways, the mountains, sun, moon, and stars, all that brings us such beautiful bounty and healing through physical beauty, through energetic beauty, through medicinal healing. We're so lucky to be able to experience it. And then we're all going to meet fingers towards the head, anywhere, crown, temples, forehead, and just starting to move into our self-massage. Taking your time to really love up on yourself and not feeling like you need to be in a rush tonight at all. So allowing the hands to move intuitively. And remember that you're on mute tonight. So if you want to sigh, like, if you want to stick out your tongue and open up your jaw, if you want to make any kind of weird noise, be my guest. The more that we can express and let it out of the body, the better. And if nothing else, big sighs, big exhales as we pull the tension out of the body. Maybe you want to move into your arms and hands, maybe your back. Really just exploring your chest, around your heart, into your armpits. It's all there for you to explore and to love on. And if it resonates, to bring back that blessing as you touch your body. Remind yourself of this feeling of safety and positive reinforcement. So many of us love on other people, gift other people, bless other people, compliment other people, but can we do it for ourselves? So important that we can claim that for ourselves. Good. And then from here, just rolling the hands, rolling the wrists, stretch up and open up just any way you want to move here. Just let yourself open and express and move. And then when you feel complete on your own, we're just going to start rolling the head all the way around. Nice slow breath. So see if you can stay with that long, extended inhale and long, extended exhale. And then we'll bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And as you're here, just kind of let your body start to slump to the right. Like you're leaning to the right and breathing. Nice and heavy through that side. Like gravity is pulling you over to the right. And then chin towards your chest, curling in towards your chest, letting yourself slump forward. Take a long breath in. Exhale out through your mouth. And then left ear to left shoulder as you lean that direction, breathing into that side. And then chin towards your chest, again rounding, slumping forward. And then we're going to slowly rise up one more time, right ear to right shoulder. If you want, right hand over to the opposite ear. This time, a little bit more uplifted. If it's too intense, just keep the hand on the lap. And then we'll inhale and exhale, releasing the hand and chin to chest and over to the opposite side. Left ear to left shoulder. If you'd like, left hand reaching over to the opposite ear. And then we'll inhale and exhale to release. And chin towards your chest. Clasping the hands behind the back. Reach your knuckles down, lift the belly, lift the heart, open the throat, inhale. Exhale, chin to chest, lifting the arms up. Lifting the head up, inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. A couple more on your own. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one, inhale. chin to chest. Head to center. We're going to reach the arms wide. You're going to really open up like you're opening up for your greatest wish coming to you. Inhale. Exhale, wrap your arms around yourself into a hug and just send that love through the body. Love, acceptance, compassion, kindness. Pull it in for yourself. Open up the arms for that greatest wish. Inhale, open up your heart. Exhale, opposite arm on top, rounding into that hug, holding yourself with sweetness. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, holding yourself. What would it look like if you loved, accepted, trusted, and supported yourself unconditionally? And then we're going to float the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Taking it over to the right side, so that right hand stretching through your side, your waist. Good. And then slowly over to the left. And one more on each side, over to the right with your breath. And to the left. And then lift the arms up, inhale, hands behind the head, open up your heart. And exhale, rounding in. So a little bit of pressure here on the neck, through the hands, and then we're going to rock around here. Or maybe you decide to stay center. Whatever you decide. Good. And then we're going to release the hands, slowly rising up, eyes closed, deep breath in. Really deep exhale out. Shoulders dropping, shoulders and hands relax. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Long diamond in between the legs. So there's a lot of space here in between your heels and your hips. And then we'll lift tall and you're going to circle all the way around, nice and slow. Good. Starting to warm up that lower half of the body. And we're going to melt towards your toes, letting yourself fold forward. Then we're going to walk it over to your right side, reaching through your left arm, nice and long. And moving through center and over to the opposite side. And back to center one last time, folding forward here, at least without props. And then we're going to slowly roll up. We're going to float the arms up to the sky on the inhale, turning towards your right for a twist. So left arm crossing over. You're going to start or continue to turn towards your back shoulder. As you press into your seat, you inhale to get taller. Exhale, gently twist. And keep that going here. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. And if you want a little bit more in the neck, your right ear to the right back shoulder, tipping back. And chin dipping down towards your chest. Lifting the head, turning forward, arms reaching up. Inhale. Exhale, turning to the opposite left side. Inhale, tall, and exhale, gently turn. Twisting on the exhale. And if you'd like, left ear to left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. And then we'll lift the head, turning forward, reaching the arms up. Inhale. Hands behind the head, open your heart. And exhale, chin to chest. And then we're going to release the hands, and you're going to grab some kind of prop, whether it's a yoga block or 2 or 3, or pillows and blankets. We're going to create a shelf for our forehead as we lean forward. So you ideally want your forehead supported as you come forward into this V shape through the legs. Or sorry, not V shape, it's a diamond. I'm already a little relaxed apparently. So yeah, legs are in a diamond, just how they were, soles of the feet together. And then your forehead is supported ideally as you come forward into your shape. If you can't support your head, that's okay, but that's what we're going for. You can just keep building the props up to allow that support for your head. Your hands hopefully can relax, your shoulders release, and you're just kind of surrendering forward without doing anything with the arms and hands. Arms and hands totally relaxed. And you're taking the breath through the stretch always, whatever shape we're in, taking the breath through the stretch. And for those of you who came on a little bit late, this is the first time ever that I am switching up the readings for this Restorative Sanctuary, and I am going to be reading from Young Pueblo's new book, Clarity and Connection. Okay, here we go. People are incredibly similar and different at the same time. We all have the same basic structure of mind and emotions, but we have distinct mental conditioning because no 2 people have experienced the same exact life. The twists and turns, the reactions we have felt, the things we have understood and misunderstood, all that we have come to believe, how we perceive ourselves and the world, the maze of patterns that impact our behavior, the different magnitudes of trauma. You can go on and see that each individual has their own inner world and unique emotional history. Since we are all so different, what helps one person heal may not help another person. What may seem too hard or too easy for some people may be a good fit for someone else, or may be the right fit later on in life. Fortunately, we live in a time when healing tools and practices are becoming more accessible. If we try, we can find something out there that meets our conditioning, where it's at, something that we find challenging but not overwhelming, something that connects with our intuition, something that we are willing to spend time learning and practicing. There are so many options out there, from many different forms of meditation to a wide variety of therapy practices and many other healing modalities. It is not about faking calm when you actually feel turbulent emotions. It is about accepting what has come up without adding more tension to it. Still breathing in the body, letting the shoulders relax more. Many of us do not realize how much we are actually suffering until our awareness starts to expand. We do not see that our happiness has a ceiling created by the sorrows and traumas we have repeatedly suppressed. We do not realize that our reactions to life's difficulties stop us from seeing things clearly and place limits on our ability to produce more creative solutions. We do not understand how powerfully our past grips our present. So much of our internal struggle comes from not embracing change. Tension decreases when we understand that change is happening at every level, from the atomic to the biological to the mental. A human being is composed of moving parts. Our identity is no different. It is a dynamic phenomenon, similar to a river, flowing, moving, expanding, roaring, weaving, all the time with power and all the time with the potential to change. Do not limit yourself to a static understanding of who you are. Release your conditioned boundaries and be free. Taking a long deep breath here, inhaling and exhaling, just very, very slowly start to roll up. Taking your time, move at the top, you can keep your eyes closed. Bringing your hands to your belly and your heart. Come back to that blessing that you called in for yourself, if it still feels present for you. Breathing in and breathing out. And then we're going to release the hands and we're going to extend the legs out with some space in between them, but not too wide, and the feet are flexed, but relaxed, but flexed. And just move out your padding over to the side. We're going to use it again in a moment. So whatever was supporting your head, just put it to the side. We'll come right back to it. You're going to inhale the arms to float up, lengthening and lifting, and exhale, melting yourself forward as much as you're comfortable. And then we're going to keep moving. Hands floating up the legs. You're slowly rolling up the spine. Head arrives last, and then inhaling the arms up. And exhaling, floating forward. And rolling up. And just take a few more on your own. Bring a little bit of space down the hamstrings, down the calf muscles into the spine. Nice. And then we'll just take one more. And as you roll up, pause when you get to the top, take a deep breath in. And exhale. Just pausing in stillness with your breath. Softening, softening, softening. Feeling into the spaciousness you're creating mentally, energetically, physically. And then you're going to softly open up your eyes and you're going to move your support into the center of your legs so that you can once again fold forward with head support. And release the hands and the arms. So your head support can be pillows, blankets, blocks, bolsters, even books to give yourself that extra lift, lifting the floor to you. And coming back to that long, deep breath. Letting go does not mean you have given up, and it does not mean you no longer care. It just means that you are releasing the attachments of the past that get in the way of your happiness and mental clarity. Letting go is the unbinding and distangling of old behavior patterns that pull you into unnecessary mental tension and worry. When you can be okay with things not having gone a certain way, life begins again. Making peace with the past opens you up to love and adventure and allows you to apply the lessons you have learned with a new calmness. Tough feelings and agitated thoughts cannot take over your life when you meet them with ease, acceptance, and a calm mind. Sometimes these old imprints bring with them visceral, rough feelings that have been locked away, but suddenly have the space they need to momentarily arise and evaporate. An important part of letting go is feeling without reinforcing. You can be honest with yourself about the heavy emotions that come up and choose not to act them out or make them worse. If you meet the rough parts of yourself with gentleness, they will melt away, leaving you lighter and giving you more space to act from a place of wisdom. All you need to do is be okay with not being okay during tense moments of release. Throw the idea that you need to pause your life until you throw away the idea that you need to pause your life until you are fully healed. This is a different way of being attached to perfection. Progress happens when you make better decisions in the midst of living. You can simultaneously heal your past while being open to the present. There may be times when you feel like a lot of what you've understood no longer makes sense. This might make you feel as though you have regressed, but it is actually a sign that you are opening new space for deeper wisdom and greater perception. When your previous understandings disintegrate, they are not always immediately replaced by better or deeper understandings. When you take your growth seriously, you will often find yourself in this in-between state. It is okay to live without clear answers. Growth is not about forcing understanding. It is about allowing it to grow organically, shedding and expanding. As you shed old programming and your perspective expands, what you once enjoyed may shift, and situations that you once caused tension may no longer trouble you. As your mind becomes clearer and lighter, the world begins to look new. Periods of integration in which you get to know yourself again are just as important as great leaps forward. Beginning to deepen your breath. And then we're going to very slowly rise up again, moving with care, not being in a rush, arriving at the top, and just sitting in your breath, in this peaceful moment, feeling into what may be coming up for you. Feeling into peace, the quiet. And then when we feel ready, we're going to move our props aside. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, this time the heels closer than they were before. As close as they are comfortably positioned towards the hips can be positioned. And then we're going to circle all the way around. And if you want, you can close your eyes here, circling and letting the head roll, moving a little bit deeper into the pelvis and the brain area, breathing down into that root. Opening up and breathing into that first chakra of that sense of belonging and worthiness, claiming your space here on this planet, in this lifetime, not settling for anything less than what you deserve. And then slowly circling back to center, lifting tall, eyes closed, feet pressing, lifting tall, lift your heart, moving into your most regal seat here. Take a long breath into the nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Relax your jaw, relax the tongue. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. One more inhale. And exhale. All right. So we're going to slowly move onto all fours, please. And just put your padding to the side so you can easily reach it. And coming onto hands and knees, spreading your fingers, space in between your thighs, wrists underneath your shoulders. We're going to move into cat and cow. Inhaling and exhaling to round. And moving that spinal fluid, moving the hips and the pelvis gently. Long, extended breaths, like you're massaging the movement into your body. No rush here. Eyes relaxed. All right, and then the next time you round the spine, you're going to come back to neutral. You're going to soften your elbows, and we're going to circle the head and the hips like a spiral here. No wrong way to do this. Just circling the head and the hips, very kind of cat-like. Breathing. We don't get to move in this kind of spiral way very much. So really enjoy this more fluid, connected movement. And then we're going to come back to center and we're going to move our hands forward and we're going to circle the hips now. Forward, side to side, and all the way back. taking up a lot of space. Forward, as far forward as it feels good, as far back and as far side to side as your body wants to go. And you don't have to move fast. If you're used to moving fast, maybe even try to slow it down unless you're really feeling the quickness is feeling good to you. Good. And then we're going to tuck our toes, and then you're just going to press back into your feet. Good. And we're just going to take one downward dog tonight, just to stretch through the legs a little bit more, pedaling through the legs and the feet, opening up the shoulders, maybe nodding the head a little bit. Good. And then we're going to walk our feet and our hands to the center of the mat. And you're going to bend your knees, and you're just going to let yourself hang. And let gravity do the magic of pulling traction through your spine. Keep those knees bending and keep draping your ribs and your belly over the thighs. Breathing deep, you can either let the arms hang or take a hold of opposite elbows. Nodding the head, yes and no. If anybody wants to clasp the hands behind the back, you can do that, reaching the knuckles up and over, keep bending those knees. Good. As you release the hands, start to bring the hands to your lower back, just like you're blessing yourself with some Reiki energy through your hands on the lower back. And then slowly send your hands over your seat. You're running the hands down towards the hamstrings, down over the backs of the knees, slowly down the calves, down to the heels, and just let the hands and the arms hang once again. Deep breath in and exhale fully. Start to walk yourself forward and back to downward dog once again. Feeling that length through the body. Bring the knees down to the mat. Inhale, open up your heart, lift your seat. Exhale to round. And inhale, open up the heart. Exhale to round. We're going to reach the right arm up to the sky, and you're going to roll through that hand and make little fists. Good. And then we're going to thread that arm behind the wrist, coming on the shoulder and the side of the head. Start to spin the chest up. You can keep that hand grounded in the mat, or you can reach that arm up to the sky. Maybe you decide to thread the arm behind you. You could also reach the arm over the cheek, reaching forward. Just see what feels good to you tonight. And continue to breathe. And we're going to slowly unwind. Bring that hand down. Reach the arm up to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, take the hand down. We'll do a couple cat and cow. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale to round. Couple more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Back to neutral. Left side, reach up, roll through the wrist, squeeze through your hand. And then starting to thread the arm through, come onto your shoulder, side of the head, start to spin up, breathing into the tightness. And then the same top arm variation. If you moved into one, go ahead and do it on this side. And then we're going to slowly unwind, start to lift up through the left arm, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Hands wide, cat and cow. Couple last times here. Use your exhale when you feel that expression wanting to come out of that body, that feeling of release. All right, and then the next time you round, we're going to come back to neutral. You're going to open up your knees and bring your big toes to touch. Bring your seat back, and we're going to build up a nice restorative child's pose in front of us. So bring your pillows and blankets in front of you. I happen to have props, so it makes it a little bit more straightforward with blocks and a bolster. But for you at home, just try to build up like a chest support. So when you come down, you have something underneath your heart, something that feels a little bit softer and lifts you from the ground. Take your time. And then when you feel like you're ready, you can fold forward. The world is a giant pool of moving vibrations, waves of energy emitted from all beings. When we cultivate our minds, we cleanse our personal vibe. We reclaim our power by not yielding to what flows around us and by allowing what is within us to come forward. Remember, the energy you most often repeat is the energy you will most easily connect with. Your vibration is always shining and affecting your environment. Reclaiming your power is noticing when a story based on assumptions is making your mind tense, and intentionally bringing yourself back to the present moment as a way to cut the delusion. It is not about managing your emotions. It is about managing your reactions to your emotions. Our reactions tell us what our mind has internalized from our past experiences. They are dense patterns that rise from the deep subconscious to protect us. This form of defense is not based on wisdom, but on survival. When we start expanding our self-awareness, we begin to see that in moments of turbulence, we have more effective options than repeating blind behaviors, which produce limited results that generally wipe away our clarity and inner peace. We are not trying to control or manage the way we feel. We are trying to accept the shifts in our mood as the mind weaves through the large spectrum of emotions, moving from one emotion to the next. spending more time in some than others, but still traveling the whole human experience. We immediately and unconsciously react to strong emotions. Our reactions not only strengthen the emotion we are feeling, they imprint upon and accumulate within the subconscious, priming us to react similarly in the future. We can manage our reactions not by controlling what we feel, but by bringing awareness into the process. It is hard to change if you cannot see yourself. The light of awareness is especially useful when our reaction to a momentary emotion starts to undo our balance and mental clarity. Our awareness lights up the darkness and helps us to see more options and information. When we remember that emotions are impermanent, just like everything else in this universe, it becomes easier for us to stand next to the river that is the human mind and watch as things flow by. Self-awareness helps us overcome blind reactions that make already difficult situations more turbulent. Without self-awareness, it is difficult to make choices that differ from those you have made in the past. Your initial reaction is usually your past, trying to impose itself on your present. Breathing fully into your body. Know your sources of rejuvenation, the amount of solitude you need to feel fresh again, the activities that strengthen your creativity, the people who light up your spirit. So we're going to slowly start to rise up. When you get to the top again, just pausing into the space of quiet, feeling your nervous system moving more and more into balance, into harmony, into restoration. And then we're going to start to move everything out of the way, or have it accessible, but off of your mat for the moment. And make sure that you're warm enough. We're going to start moving towards lying down. So lying on the mat with plenty of space for your body to expand, feet towards the mat and behind you. And then we're just going to bring the knees into the chest and you're going to roll on the lower back. And you can roll with the knees together, and you can roll with the knees apart. And use your breath, send it down into the lower body. Feel the sacrum grounding on the hardness of the floor. See if you can really move along the surface of the sacrum. And we're going to stretch the feet up to the ceiling. And go ahead and roll the ankles, roll the toes a little bit. Good. And then we're going to bend the knees and you're going to bring your right ankle on the left thigh. Flex the right foot, press your right knee away from you. And then start to bring that left thigh towards you for that figure four hip stretch. Relax your shoulders on the mat completely. One of the hardest things about saying no is potentially upsetting others. If you know your path and what you need to focus on, you have to be mindful of your limits. Save your energy so that you can accomplish the goals at the top of your list. Those attuned to your inner work will understand and respect your right to say no. We're going to release here and move to the left side, left ankle on the right side. Press your left knee away and start to draw the right thigh in. Check in with yourself occasionally by asking these 3 questions. Is this the direction I want to be moving in? Are my recent choices helping my happiness? What can I change to better support my goals? And then you're going to release both feet onto the mat. Open up your feet as wide as the mat. Your knees are apart. And then you're just going to let your knees sway from side to side like windshield wipers with space in between the legs. They asked her, "What is real freedom?" She answered, "Freedom is mental clarity combined with inner peace. Freedom is when you can see without projecting, and when you can live without causing yourself unnecessary mental tension or stress. It exists whenever you are not craving more. Happiness and freedom are one, a clear mind." All right, coming back to center, bring your knees into your chest. Open up your knees, bring the soles of your feet on the ceiling, come into happy baby. You can catch your shins if you want, or you can catch the outer edges of your feet and just rock and soften. Release your jaw, bring some playfulness into it. And then you're going to release your feet or shins, bring your knees together, hold on to your right knee, extend the left leg down to the mat, and then very carefully, slowly bring the right knee over to the left and reach the right arm out to your right and turn the gaze to your right and just stretch and breathe through your whole body. Send your breath even into the tight spaces. When she started letting go, her vision became clearer. The present felt more manageable, and the future began to look open and full of bright possibilities. As she shed the tense energy of the past, her power and creativity returned. With a revitalized excitement, she focused on building a new life in which joy and freedom were abundant. Take a breath here, come over to center, bring that right knee in. For a moment, just let the right foot come up to the ceiling. You can hold the leg strongly or you can kind of just be loose with it. See where the leg wants to go. And then we're going to bend the knee and set the leg down. Start to draw the left knee up. And take it over to the right, gently turning the upper body to the left with the left arm extended. Take the risk. Choose the direction you feel burning in your intuition. Life is a unique opportunity. You can make best of it when you rise above fear. Walking the uncommon path is not a certain victory, but it does provide the greatest possibility for fulfillment. Your relationships improve drastically, and the tension in your mind decreases significantly when you can simply accept people for who they are instead of fixating on how they should change in order to be more like you. And then we're going to come back to center, bring the knees into the chest for a final rolling around. And if there are any last shapes that you want to take, if you want to bring soles of the feet together, knees wide, if you want to bring toes over the head in Halasana, if you're ready to just come into Shavasana and lie down, go ahead. But I would say use as many props as you can for Shavasana. So maybe a pillow behind your head, maybe a pillow or a rolled blanket underneath your knees, a blanket over you, maybe you have an eye pillow. Just make it super cozy and comfortable. And when you feel ready, just dropping into your rest. And just feeling the heaviness of the body descend. Maybe as you rest, you pull in that blessing that you created for yourself. In a world that is changing and growing ever more rapidly, inner calm is your most valuable asset. The type of calm that you can rely on when there is turmoil around you. The type of calm that helps you breathe deeply and make good decisions when it is time for action. to slowly deepen your breath. Doing soft movement with fingers and toes and the jaw. And as you start to slowly wake up, I'm going to read the oracle card that I chose for tonight, which is Mayu, Soma from the Galactic Heart. She says, the Divine Mother's milk of the galaxy is feeding your soul. An expansion of your horizons, your spiritual purpose, and your sacred responsibilities is taking place. The divine potential within you is awakening at a higher turn of the creative spiral of consciousness. This oracle is a prophecy of ascension and grace. Your soul has been going through a deep spiritual feeding process and is growing rapidly. The evidence of this in the outer world will be a sense of expanded opportunity, reach, connection, and spiritual experience. This oracle foretells the welcoming of a new phase in life. Newborn energies and fertility, whether biological, creative, or psychological, are being stimulated. The oracle indicates the discovery, development, and expression of talents. An increasingly public profile, which moves you into the spotlight, can help you fulfill your divine life mission, provided that you keep your inner connection to spirit as the highest priority. The oracle speaks of soul healing and around matters of trust, spirit, mother, and abundance. Mayu, star goddess of the Milky Way, was seen clearly in the skies of the ancient Incas. In Western traditions, the Milky Way is recognized as a metaphor for nourishment and the milk of the heavens. When she appears as an oracle, it is an omen of happiness, satisfaction, and fulfillment. If you develop your spiritual practice, you shall come to experience feeling drunk on divine bliss, like a baby in an ecstasy of complete fulfillment through the mother's milk. When we connect with the galactic heart, it is a sign of spiritual advancement. We are growing in such a way that our being becomes ready, willing, and able to take up more spiritual space in the atmosphere. You will express that spiritual growth in your life according to your talents. If you are a thinker, your ideas will become more inspired, expansive, and original. If you are a healer, you will experience the flow of a new quality of divine consciousness through your work. If you are a leader, you will experience a feeling of being overshadowed by something truly great, kind, and helpful, whilst at the same time feeling more fearless, bold, and confident to speak your truth and guide those in your care. Whatever the truth of our soul encounters with the galactic heart are granted to evoke, expand, and empower it upon the earth. Some interpretations of the Vedas of ancient India see the Milky Way as a heavenly soma, the nectar of immortality and the drink of the divine. Soma can feed the soul, but like any food, healthy or otherwise, too much at any given time is hard to digest and can create more harm than good. More divine light and energy is not always better, at least not when we try to take it all in at once. We need to learn when enough is enough, to detach from the divine mother's breast and rest in the contentment and fulfillment of the present moment. To allow ourselves to be spiritually fed, we need to feel trust and surrender into the divine feminine. We need to know when to latch on and when to detach from the inflow of spiritual energy. We need to allow for the mind, body, and soul to adjust to the increased levels of light and spiritual nutrition and to metabolize that for healing growth. If we've had difficult issues around trust, support, and nourishment as human beings, it is important to clear those issues through grace so we can receive the heavenly nectar without greed or fear. Digestion and integration allow us to utilize each blessing and become ready for further expansion when it is time to be fed again. We trust that the sacred food of the Divine Mother will be available when needed. We can learn to rest into all that the Galactic Mother will provide for our soul, growing us into the fullness of our spiritual radiance and maturity, one dose of her extraordinary blessed soma at a time. Beginning to deepen your breath again, taking any last stretches here that you'd like. And then we're going to bend the knees and start to roll onto our side. You can come into like a little cocoon like you would in bed. Just feeling the earth underneath you, always supporting you and holding you. And pressing into your hands to very slowly rise up to your seat, not being in any kind of hurry to arrive. Coming back to your center, either hands on your lap or on your belly and heart, or hands at prayer, whichever is feeling most intuitive to you. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Feeling into this present moment of peace, quiet, spaciousness, of grounding. I'm invited to stay with you for as long as possible. Resting and nurturing yourself is so necessary. It is not a luxury. It is your birthright. It is part of the healing process. It is one of the most important parts of the healing process. Taking a last long breath here. And bringing your hands to prayer if they're not there already. We're going to close with one Om, really setting into a very low grounded tone to run through your body as the final piece of your practice to send that healing vibration through for total grounding. So we'll inhale. Bow into your heart, honoring yourself and one another for showing up in our healing circle, for making the time, for allowing yourself to receive. Namaste, Satnam. Thank you so very much for joining me. I'm just going to finish with giving you our Healy reading for this evening. So the intention that I set for us was for each one of us. Tonight, I align with my highest vibration of peace, love, and healing that is my birthright. I connect with an unwavering sense of worthiness within. I magnetize total abundance, harmony, and love. And so it is. And so this is the report that came up for us. I am living consciously. I am awakening to my optimal awareness. I am awake to my awareness and stay awake to an expansion of my awareness. I accept my success and consciously deal with it. I live my spirituality. I create my reality together with God and the universe. I grow into my perfect wholeness by developing and harmonizing my personal quality of conscientiousness. I assert myself confidently. I take into account my wishes, values, and needs and express this practically in an appropriate manner. So it was vibrating on the frequencies to harmonize that for all of us. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. It was great to be here with you all. And I hope you have a really beautiful, restful night. Try not to look at your phone too much or watch Netflix. Try to really keep it quiet. Maybe read a book or take a bath or a hot shower or listen to some nice music. But the more chill you can keep it, the better. You're so welcome, Suzanne. And you don't have to now, but if any of you feel moved to tell me what you thought of the readings, I'd be so curious since this is the first time I've used this book in this class. So sending lots of love, and we'll do this next month. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye.